Good evening, and I'm Marquis, your host for the Black People News. Tonight's segment is going to focus on good white people. Now, I'm making a proclamation. From this day forward, henceforth and forevermore, good white people will no longer be called white. We're going to take color out of the equation, and we're going to really look at what people think and how they act and what they do in life to describe who we think they really are. So in my opinion, good white people are no longer white. From now on, they will be referred to as enlightened. So taking color out of the equation, we're not going to, in a sense, they're still a little lighter than everybody else. So enlightened is a pretty good term to describe them. But to me, it's more about how you think, how you act, how you vote, what you do in life, how you help others, how you care for others. So I feel like just like black people, we tend to sometimes want to be called African Americans, which takes color out of the equation, and we want to be recognized for the content of our character and not the color of our skin. I think good white people should have the same option. So from here on out, I'd like for you to consider calling your good white friends enlightened and see how that goes. And now you might be saying, okay, what are you talking about? Well, I'll give you an example. Abraham Lincoln, to me, enlightened. Bull Connor, not so much. Not enlightened at all. He would be a white person. Abraham Lincoln, an enlightened person. Other examples, the Clintons, Bill and Hillary, Ellen DeGeneres, George Clooney, Nancy Pelosi, to me, very enlightened people. People who look to, move forward, be progressive, and help others. The Kennedy family, especially John F. Kennedy and the entire Kennedy family. Joe Biden, anybody that could work for a black president and be his right-hand man and do such a good job as Joe Biden's done, I have to refer to them as enlightened. No longer white to me. Chris Matthews, Rachel Maddow, that guy that got his own show, The Ed Show, like all enlightened to me at least, So from now on, I'm always going to consider them to be enlightened and not white. Even closer to home for me, like my boy Ben Ice from Brooklyn Tech, like definitely enlightened ever since we've been playing ball back in the days at Carmine's, like, and football too, like really. Enlightened all the way through. All the guys up at YouTube Next Labs and Federator and Barely Political, they're really cool. So to me, enlightened, not white. Lisa, Dan, Lee, Mama Petrie, Michael, enlightened, no longer white in my opinion. Dan Hofer, Sib, Nunzi and her husband Mark, Sage, Norm, Jeff and Alana, Paul from Big Screen, Little Screen, all enlightened, no longer white to me. So, from now on, when you're thinking about your white friends, I want you to take a moment to just kind of look at them real deeply and ask yourself, are they more enlightened than white? This is Marquis Smalls, your host for the Black People News. Feel free to tune back in next time. Peace and blessings, and have a good night.